all incarnations. So we discuss in the first 5 verses the various Purusha avatars, the 3 Vishnus, and particularly there was a very interesting aspect I would like to share one moment. Yeah, the first form of Mahavishnu, as we discussed, or the Karnodakshai Vishnu, is the inner soul of Prakriti. Is the inner soul of Prakriti. How is the inner soul of Prakriti? Mahavishnu or Karnodakshai Vishnu is the inner soul of the Prakriti. Kunti Manani also has one prayer which says, Vishvesha Vishvatma. Is Vishwa Atma. He is the soul, the super soul of entire material manifestation. So he is the soul of, inner soul of Prakriti. How? I have explained that. We have discussed that. Have you understood what I am trying to share with you? The 3 Vishnus. Boliye. How is the inner soul or the super soul of the Prakriti? Yes, Ganesh Prabhu?
Prabhuji, Mahavishnu, by the glance, he will make Pradhan into Mahatattva.
Yeah,
So,
this is how the Prakriti becomes manifest. It is inert, unmanifest, because Mahavishnu puts its glance. It is impregnated. Prabhupada many times uses the words, it is impregnated. And the 3 material modes manifest. It begins to manifest. Very good. So, Mahavishnu is the inner soul of Prakriti. The second form, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, is the inner soul of collective jivas in each universe. Garbhodakshai is the inner soul of the collective jivas in the universe. And the third form, Shirodakshai, is the inner soul in each jiva. Very simple. As Paramatma, Shirodakshai is there in each of these jivas. The 3 acting as inner souls are expansions of Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Anuruddha. This is our Acharyas is explaining. So what is the purpose of all this Vishnu, that the 3 Vishnus come, all these Purusha avatars? What is the purpose? Why this material creation is manifest, or why it comes into existence? What is the purpose behind it? We should know why the 3 Purushas, they manifest. What is the purpose behind it? If we understand the purpose, then we have done the study. Then there is some benefit of the study. Yes, Ramya, बोलिए.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, जो
हरे कृष्ण.
जो जीव भगवान से एनवियस होकर यहाँ पे आए हैं, उनको फिर से वापस धाम जाने के लिए एक अवसर प्रदान करने के लिए क्रिएशन हुआ।
Yes, basically first is to establish that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is the authority. And Jiva is subordinate, he is dependent on the Lord. And secondly, as he said, to engage the Jiva in devotional service. Prabhupada says so that he can have the desire to return home back to Godhead. So the purpose of the avatars is to invoke devotion in our heart to serve the Lord, and at the same time have desire to return home back to Godhead. So this is the purpose of the Purusha avatars, the three Purusha avatars, which has been explained in the first 5 verses. So we have covered the first 5 verses, and the 5th verse in particular, it says that etan nana avataran nidhanam bijam avyayam yasya amsa amshena srijayanti devaḥ nara-nārāyaṇāv. So this verse says, this 5th verse where he is concluding, so the Supreme Lord, he acts as the source. He is Bijam. He is Nidhanam. Nidhanam means he is the source. And he is the, how is the source? He is like the seed, Bijam. And this Bijam is Avyayam. Why? Because normally what you see from the Bija, that from one seed, only one tree or plant or sapling may manifest. That's it. And when the tree comes out, the Bija is, do you see the bij? What happens? The bij is transformed. It is lost. But this is not like ordinary seed. What kind of seed it is? It is Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. Avyayam is indestructible. It remains. So the material manifestation is also there, and the Supreme Lord also is there. Therefore, he is called a storeroom or treasure, Nidhana. And he is the Amshi, the source of the avatars. And he is eternal Avyayam. Hare Krishna. रख लो please. रख लो. बाद में कर लेना. So now, after having explained, Shuta Goswami have explained about the Purusha avatars. So from the 6th verse, he will explain the Leela avatar. Very interesting, one devotee was explaining. So unless and until creation is there, the manifestation is there, how can Krishna appear and perform Leela? So that is why the answer is in line next. The first creation was discussed, and now within the creation, the Supreme Lord appears and he performs his various pastimes. So now the Leela avatars will be discussed. Okay. So we will begin with the 6th verse. One second. The 6th verse. Saeva prathamaṁ deva kaumāraṁ sargam āśritaḥ cacāra duścaraṁ brahmā brahmacaryam akhaṇḍitam. So sa eva prathamaṁ devaḥ. So from the first created being, who is that? That is Lord Brahma. He is known as Padmanam. Lord Brahma has been manifested from the Padma, from the lotus, which has come from the Nabha, from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So first of all, in the beginning of the creation, there were 4 unmarried sons of Brahma. Brahmaji did not require his wife to impregnate her and to bring these Kumaras. So they manifest from the mind of Brahmaji. Like Brahmaji himself is manifested from the navel of Lord Garbhodakshai Vishnu. So the beginning of the creation, there were 4 unmarried sons of Brahma. They are known as the kaumāraṁ. Who are the 4 Kumaras? What are the names? It has to be proper. What are the 4 Kumaras? Ravindra Madhusudan Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Who are the? I expected that you will be in train today. It is 28th.
Actually, Prabhuji, our train was very late. So,
Oh, okay. So fog and all is has affected, huh?
yes, Prabhu, we will leave around 9:30 from home. And
Morning? Tomorrow morning.
today, night only.
Achha, 9:30 you will leave. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I'll call you after the class.
Yes.
Okay, what are the names of the 4 Kumaras? What are the 4 Kumaras?
Sanat Kumar,
Yes, you should be knowing the name of the 4 Kumaras. None of you are knowing the 4 names. First is Sanata, Sanandana, Sanat Kumar, and Sanatana. There are 4. So the first manifestation from the created being Brahma are the 4 unmarried sons. And what they do? Brahmacaryam akhaṇḍitam, who are being situated in the vow of celibacy. And what they perform? Cacāra duścaraṁ brahma. Duścaraṁ is very difficult. What they perform? They perform various vows and austerities for the purpose of realizing the supreme absolute truth. The creation of the material world is effected, maintained, and then again annihilated at certain intervals. So there are many different names of the creation in terms of that particular types of Brahma, the father of the living beings in the creation. The Kumaras, as above mentioned, appeared in the Kaumāra creation of the material world to teach us the process of Brahman realization. So what is the process that they have taught? They underwent a severe type of disciplinary actions as bachelors. So they took a vow. What is the vow? Brahmacaryam akhaṇḍitam. That they will remain celibate students throughout their life. They underwent a severe type of disciplinary action as bachelors. These Kumaras are empowered incarnations. So what is the empowerment of these Kumaras? What is the empowerment? What is the empowerment of the Kumars? Yes, there you go.
So, Prabhuji, they are the authorities of the Vedas, Prabhuji. Authorities.
Yeah. Jnana Shakti. Jnana. Knowledge. Because they have maintained severe austerities and vows, and they have been studying the literatures. They are empowered incarnations for Jnana Shakti. And before executing the severe type of disciplinary actions, all of them became qualified brahmanas. So for a brahmana, he has to do the Vedadhyan. This example suggests that one must first acquire the qualification of a brahmana, not simply by birth but also to quality. So how they became qualified as brahmanas? By performing strict, severe type of disciplinary actions, austerities and vows. Not simply by birth, but also by quality, then one can undergo the process of Brahman realization. So it speaks that it is Vibhaga as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra is not based on birth, but it is based on quality, guna. And we will see the details. It is one verse, it is mentioned in a brief, but we will see in the third cantos about Kumaras, and then we will see the teachings of Kumaras given very prominently to Prithu Maharaj in the fourth canto. So the Kumaras are the first four sons of Lord Brahma, and they are eternally engaged in performing the vows and austerities of remaining celibate. Second, the second incarnation which is mentioned here is dvitīyaṁ tu bhavāyāsya rasātala-gatāṁ mahīm uddhariṣyann upādatta yajñeśaḥ saukaraṁ vapuḥ. Dvitīyaṁ, that means the second incarnation. And what is the purpose of the second incarnation is bhavāyāsya, for the welfare of this earth, the planet earth, which was drowned, rasātala-gatāṁ mahīm, which was pushed, the planet earth was pushed in the rasatal, in the lowest region, and to uplift it, uddhariṣyann, upādatta, who yajñeśaḥ. Yajñeśaḥ means one who is worshipped by the yajna, or one who is the enjoyer of the yajna, the proprietor of the supreme enjoyer. He appears in saukaraṁ, vapuḥ. Vapuḥ means the body or incarnation, and in the form of saukaraṁ. Saukaraṁ means a boar. The supreme enjoyer of sacrifices accepted the incarnation of the boar, the second incarnation. And for the welfare of the earth, he lifted the earth from the nether regions of the universe. We will see in the third canto. Again, in great detail, Varadev's pastime is described, that how Hiranyaksh, he pushed Mother Earth in the rasatal, and how Lord appears in the form of a boar incarnation, Varaha Rupa, and he rescues the earth, and he also kills the Asur Hiranyaksh. The indication is that for each and every incarnation of the personality of Godhead, the particular function executed is also mentioned. This is very important. So with every form, there is a specific function. Or rather, for the specific function to perform by the Lord, he assumes that form. There cannot be any incarnation without a particular function. And such functions are always extraordinary. They are impossible for any living being to perform. The incarnation of the boar was to take out the earth out of the Pluto's region of a filthy matter. Picking up something from a filthy place is done by a boar. And the all-powerful personality of God had displayed this wonder to the asuras who had hidden the earth in such a filthy place. So which asura is this? This is Hiranyaksha. There is nothing impossible for the personality of Godhead. And although he played the part of a boar by the devotees, he is worshipped, staying always in transcendence. So although he appears in the form of the boar, but he remains worshipable. So many times we see that the beautiful deity is there of Lord Varahadev. Anyone remembers where we saw the deity of Varahadev? Where? Not Vara. Oh, yes, बोलिए ना मैं.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, in Govardhan, at where all the Pandavas deities were there, on that side, Lord Varahadev and Bhudevi also there.
Yeah. What was the name of the place? It was Kamyavan. It was in the Kamyavan. But before that, when you go to Tirupati, before you go and take the darshan of Balaji, whose darshan do we take? The first darshan? You forgot. The first darshan is to be taken is of Lord Varahadev. You all forgot. We went where there was this big lake and there was the deity of Lord Varahadev. And it is compulsory. You remember, Pradeep?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We went inside. So it is customary that we take first the darshan of Varahadev, because if he would not have rescued the earth, then how the pastime of the Lord can take place? So Prabhupada is mentioning here that there is a specific function for the Lord to take the form. So because the earth was to be rescued and earth was pushed in a very dirty place, in a filthy place, so the Lord has taken the form of a boar, which can easily access that place, and the Lord lifted the earth on his tusk and restored the earth into its proper place. So he takes the form of the boar. And very interestingly, how he appears in the boar incarnation. Anyone knows how he appears?
भगवान का नाकू बाहर निकालिए ब्रह्मा जी का नाकू from the nostril of Lord Brahma.
Yeah. Who is speaking?
Oh no.
Yeah. Ramya, what you are speaking is correct. He appears as a very tiny microbe from the nostrils of Brahmaji. And within moments, his size expands into a gigantic form. So that is the second incarnation, which is the Varaharup or the Saukar Rupam. Saukar Vapuḥ, it is said, saukaraṁ vapuḥ. Third, tṛtīyam ṛṣi-sargaṁ vai. Devarṣitvam devarṣitvam upetya sa tantraṁ sattvatam ācaṣṭa naiṣkarmyaṁ karmanam yatha. In the millennium of the rishis, tṛtīyam is the third and very beautiful word is ṛṣi-sargaṁ. Sargam means creation, and creation where? ṛṣi-sargaṁ, in the millennium of the rishis. devaḥ, incarnation of the rishi amongst the demigod. So in the millennium of the rishi, the personality of God accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of devarṣi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. So the word here is tantraṁ. Tantraṁ means the Vedic versions. So from the Vedic version, what he accepted is sātvatam. Sātvatam means devotional service. ācaṣṭa means he collected or he compiled from the various Vedas. The Vedas is very vast. And from the Vedas, he picked up the portion of sātvatam, the devotional service. And also, he established naiṣkarmyaṁ. Naiṣkarmyaṁ means non-fruitive activities. So he collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive actions. The great Rishi Narada, who is the empowered incarnation of the personality of Godhead. What is the empowerment? To propagate devotional service all over the universe. So the Kumaras are having which Shakti? Jnana Shakti. And what Narada Rishi is having which Shakti? Bhakti Shakti. Bhakti Shakti. When we will study Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining in great detail to Srila Sanatana Goswami about all the incarnations. A great deal of how the avatars is being taught personally by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Sanatana Goswami. So all great devotees of the Lord all over the universes and in different planets and species of life are his disciples. Whose disciples? Narad Munis. All great devotees of the Lord all over the universes and in different planets and species of life are his disciples. Who are the glorious disciples of Narada Rishi? Prabhupada is saying here that all great devotees of the Lord all over the universe and in different planets and species of life are his disciples. Who are the disciples of Narad Muni? Yes, Pradeep Prabhu. Don't tell me Dhruva and Prahlad. Try to focus on what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Bolo.
Dayashri Prabhuji, not me.
Sorry?
Hand raised by Dayashri.
Did
Dayashri.
anyone understood what he said? Speak again and little clearly.
Prabhuji, hand raised by Dayashri Prabhuji.
Acha.
Dayashri.
I thought you also raised. Okay, Dayashil Prabhu, you speak.
Prabhuji, Vyasdev ji, then Valmiki Prabhuji, Valmiki Rishi, Valmiki.
Yeah, okay, very good. Vyasadev, Valmiki, and who else? Think, don't just remain, non-participating. Put your heart in hearing the Bhagavatam. Be there. It's a description about Narad Muni. Only 2 disciples of Narad Muni are. Huh? All great devotees of the Lord all over the universe. Yes, Pranab Prabhu.
Prahlad Maharaj.
I have already said, Dhruv and Prahlad, don't tell me. Everyone knows. The entire world knows.
Brahma ji, Lord Brahma.
Yes, Brahma is also the... Brahma is not the disciple of Narad Muni. Narad Muni is the disciple of Brahma ji. He is the son, na? He is the son. He is the third incarnation which is coming from Brahma. Narad Muni is the son of Brahma and also the disciple of Brahma, not otherwise.
Prabhuji, one is Murgari.
Yes, very good. Mrigarari. You see the Guru Parampara? Why you were confused? See how the disciplic succession is? Dashil? What it says? From Krishna it is coming down to Brahma. And Brahma it is coming to Narad, and from Narad it is coming to Vyasadeva. Okay, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead in the purport. Narad is the author of Narad Pancharatra, which is the exposition of the Vedas, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord. This Narad Pancharatra trains the karmis or the fruitive workers to achieve liberation from the bondage of fruitive work. The conditioned souls are mostly attracted by fruitive works because they want to enjoy life by the sweat of their own brows. The whole universe is full of fruitive workers in all species of life. The fruitive works includes all kinds of economic development plans. But the laws of nature provide that every action has its resultant reaction, and the performer of the work is bound by such reactions, good or bad. The reaction of good work is comparative material prosperity, whereas the reaction of bad work is comparative material distress. But the material conditions, either in so-called happiness or in so-called distress, all are meant ultimately for distress only. Prabhupada is clarifying, either in so-called happiness or in so-called distress, all are meant ultimately for distress only. Foolish materialists have no information of how to obtain eternal happiness in the unconditional state. Shri Narad informs these foolish fruitive workers how to realize the reality of happiness. He gives direction to the diseased men of the world how one's present engagement can lead one to the path of spiritual emancipation. The physicians direct the patient to take the treated milk in the form of yogurt for his suffering from the indigestion due to his taking another milk preparation. So the cause of the disease and the remedy of the disease may be the same. But it must be treated by an expert physician like Narad. The Bhagavad Gita also gives the same solution of serving the Lord by the fruits of one labor. That will lead one to the path of naiṣkarmyaṁ or liberation. In simple terms, what does naiṣkarmyaṁ means? That karma which does not bring any reaction. Normally, any action which we create in this material world, it binds us and grinds us into counteraction or reaction. And naiṣkarmyaṁ means that karma which is not going to bring any bondage, rather it is going to become the cause of our freedom. So, that is the empowerment of Narad Muni. Okay. I'll take one more verse. सूर्य धर्म कला सर्गे नर-नारायण वर्षि भूत्वा आत्मा उपशमा उपेतम akaro duścaraṁ tapa. So Turiya means the fourth. And dharma-kalā-sarge. Sarge means to take birth. And dharma-kalā is the wife of Dharmaraj. In the form of nara-nārāyaṇāv ṛṣi. So in the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Nara and Narayana, the twin sons of the wife of King Dharma. Thus he undertook severe and exemplary penances to control the senses. This is in Badrinath, Lord Nara and Narayan. As King Rishabha advised his son, tapasya or voluntarily acceptance of penance for realization of the transcendence is the only duty of the human beings. Tapo divyam putraka yena sattvam. 551. Manoram Prabhu, open this verse which Prabhupada is mentioning here. The King Rishabha advised his son, tapasya or voluntarily acceptance of penance for realization of the transcendence is the only duty of the human being. So it was done by the Lord himself in an exemplary manner to teach us. 551. This is the verse Srila Prabhupada is quoting in this purport. It is showing that, okay. Yeah. Rishabha uvacha nayam deho dehabhajam narloke kashtan kamam arhate buddhbhujam ye tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam shuddhayed yasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. Come down for the translation. Translation. So we see out of the 4 incarnations, 2 of the incarnations are performing very severe austerities. Which was the first in the 4 Kumaras. The 4 Kumaras are taking the vow of remaining celibate, brahmacaryam akhaṇḍitam. And also they are performing very severe austerity. And here we see also in the 4th incarnation in the form of Nara and Narayan Rishi. One should engage in penance, austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activities, one's heart is purified, and when one attains his position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. Okay, you can stop the screen share. So in this way, 22 incarnations will be mentioned. Not all is possible. 22 incarnations is mentioned. And amongst them, the position of Krishna is also mentioned. Hare Krishna. So I'll stop here. If there is any question or something to discuss or contribute, please speak. Also, I would like to have update of Bhagavad Gita distribution. Please update in your areas how it is happening. Manini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
धन्यवाद। आप बड़े उत्साह के साथ कर रही हैं, आपके पोस्ट आते हैं, तो इट इंस्पायर्स ऑल ऑफ अस।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
कितना हो गया आपका?
हो गया प्रभु जी, लेकिन पेमेंट बहुत सारा नहीं मिला प्रभु जी।
मिल जाएगा, चिंता मत करिए। लोग ले गए ना आपसे बुक्स?
हाँ प्रभु जी, 50 तो हो गया, लेकिन 50 से ऊपर हो गया है, लेकिन पेमेंट नहीं मिला है प्रभु जी।
सबको उधार मत दीजिए। क्या 300 रुपए देने में दिक्कत हो रही है लोगों को?
नहीं भेज रहे हैं प्रभु जी, भेज देंगे बोलते हैं, नहीं भेजते हैं।
भेजेंगे भेजेंगे। न्यू ईयर वाले दिन करिएगा, न्यू ईयर वाले दिन, और बाकी 50 भी निकल जाएगा।
हाँ
चलिए, बहुत अच्छा। माता जी ने 1 to 1 करके 50 किया है, बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट है।
प्रभु जी, स्टूडेंट लोगों को कुछ हेल्प करने के लिए बोलती हूँ, और जैसे वो लोग मेरे पास खड़े रहते हैं तो थोड़ा
हाँ,
मतलब अकेले हो जाती हूँ यहाँ पे सोनपुर में। और बीच बीच में छुट्टी होता है, संडे सैटरडे तो बरगढ़ जा रही हूँ, वहाँ पे वो थोड़ा गीतांजलि माता जी डिवोटी लोगों को लेके फिर बाहर जाते हैं।
नहीं, मैंने देखा कि कृष्णा भी कर रहा है, आपके हस्बैंड भी कर रहे हैं, सब लोग कर रहे हैं आप लोग।
हाँ
बहुत अच्छा, वंडरफुल। पुरुषोत्तम प्रभु, आपने कितने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किए?
मेरा 95 हो गया।
वेरी गुड, जय हो। 95 1 to 1?
नहीं 1 to 1 नहीं, सारा स्पॉन्सर वगैरह मिला के।
नहीं, आप गए थे ना, आपने बताया था मुझे कितना 1 to 1 किया आपने? 15?
1 to 1 15 और 18 किया।
15 किया।
Yes.
हरे कृष्णा। और बताइए, और किसने क्या किया? प्रणव, आप क्या सोच रहे हो? How many days you went out to distribute books in December?
Not went out, Prabhu ji.
Why? What are you waiting for?
But some books are out, Prabhu ji. I gave to some devotees, those who are asking.
That is good, but what about preaching and distribution? Every day you have your duty. All 30 days.
Almost, Prabhu ji. Almost.
You take some leave. Take leave for 2 days. 31st and 1st, try to do distribution. Distribute books. If you do not do the austerity, then purification will not come. This is what Rishabhdev is speaking. Tapo devyam. Austerity is must. Okay, any question related to what we discussed? So please make plans for 31st and 1st, how you will distribute books in your area, whom you will approach. Make a list. Every day you should make a list, either in the evening before you sleep or early in the morning. At least target 5 to 10 people whom you will speak or you will meet, and you will try to convince them to accept the books. Then only you'll be able to do. Please try to make a sincere effort to fulfill the vows that you have taken, the commitment that you have given. Otherwise, if you do not become serious, you see how much the incarnation, the Supreme Lord himself is coming to teach us in the form of Kumaras and nara-nārāyaṇ further also to come, that how tapasya is must. If we do not perform tapasya, then we cannot progress. It is not possible. Krishna will say, yajna, dana and tapa. All these three are inseparable. And one who does not perform all these three, there is no possibility of any advancement. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.